Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to University of Hartford semifinals for the Overwatch team versus Post University. I hope you guys are having a great day today. I know I am. I'm really excited to watch some good Overwatch. This is the first game that UHart has fully casted together. Um, Today is going to be a great day for Overwatch games. I don't know, I'm blanking so much. It's really hot out today, that might be why. My name is Trueblade, and I'm your caster for today for UHart Overwatch. If you are joining us today, I hope you're having a wonderful day. Semi-finals. University of Hartford, the #1 seed in Division B of ECAC, versus Post University, the #4 seed in ECAC in Division B. Two powerhouse teams going off to face each other. No, but don't wait for me. Going in. Today's game is going to be great. This is semifinals. The team that wins today gets to go to the finals, which is going to be an incredible game to watch. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope from wherever you are in the world today, whether you're supporting University of Hartford or Post University, I hope that you're going to have a great day today, because we're just going to watch some good Overwatch. Before every game, I like to do a little bit of a name game. You know, I like to look at the names of each team and figure out who do I like, who do I not like. So we're just going to look through quickly. University of Hartford, we got Daniel, Cobra Kai, Rocker Brock, Aerialos, and the Only H. Good names. You know, Daniel's a great one. Cobra Kai, also, I love a lot. But again, we want short, sweet, and simple. You know, something that's memorable. Some of these names are pretty long. Rocker Brock, Aerialos, the Only H. These are kind of long. But let's look at Post University. We got Chewy, Moradin, Multikill, Vero, and Kings Jackson. Overall, a lot more short. Vero is very good. Moradin, and I'm loving these names. And we are going in. Daniel on Symmetra just going for the TP. University of Hartford playing a Zarya version of their comp with Tracer and Soj. Rockerbuck trying to hold the front space right now. He's trying to get any charge he can. Doesn't use any bubbles yet. Trying to hold the space. Multi-kill on the Junker Green. Trying to walk forward. King Jackson falls off the map somehow. Impressive. Cobra Kai has the rail. Goes for the shot. Isn't able to connect onto Chewy fully, but does drop him low. Aerial Lotus swinging into Dojo. They end up getting the kill. Chewy fights Daniel on the far. Multi-kill backing off. The Kiriko on Vero is still in, but Aerial Lotus finds the boot. And Rockerbrock is going to have 75 charge here and still be pushing, holding space. And University of Hartford, they are going to very easily get this first point here. Post University coming up on some ults here. They're halfway to the Kitsune Rush and halfway to the Barrage. You know, they want to be able to play a little faster. They don't want to play slow. They don't want to let University of Hartford build the Zarya charge and the rail on the Sojourn. You know, they want to deny that value if they can. So they have to play fast, looking for any kills. But Cobra Kai, just easy to get a pick. And so powerful. Playing the backside point here, just trying to hold the space. Finds the second pick on Vero, the Only H finding King Jackson. And University of Hartford is going to be winning this fight again. There's a pause coming out. University of Hartford looking very solid so far. University of Hartford looking very solid on this opening here. They have refined this Zarya comp very well over the past semester, coming together as a team. You know, this is a brand new team that's been formed from other iterations. Aerial Lotus, Rockerbrock, and Daniel all coming in as new starters for the team. Only Agent Cobra Kai had been playing last semester with myself, Oromuru, and Blackout. 3 of us all being former players on this team. So I'm really excited to see what they can do on this team. Once again, I want to thank everyone for coming out today. I do want to remind people, this is a fun game. So let's all be respectful, whether in chat or anything we're saying. Let's support these players. They've worked really hard to get here, and we should be really proud of everyone and how far they've gotten. Post University having the DC, though, losing King Jackson, meaning that they lose any beat charge they've built so far. It's not a lot so far. I believe it was around 40% or 50%. But regardless of that, they are down on the beat. So now Aerial Lotus, about 30% off of the beat, can build it in this next fight and can just use it to push in the following fight. Cobra Kai has the overclock also. Daniel with close on the pulse bomb. University of Hartford just has a good ult advantage. What I'd love to see from Post University here is I'd love to see Post University trying to play fast and just run over the Zarya. They have the Reaper, they have the Pharah, they have the Junker Queen. If they just burn these bubbles and just decide we want to just shoot the Zarya, then this could be really good for Post University, just to run them over. We're still waiting on King Jackson to come back. It looks like King Jackson is back in. I'm going to ask if each sides are. Yeah, Post University, I'd love to see them try and play faster. University of Hartford Overwatch, they need to play slow and just hold this space and deny value. Specifically, Cobra Kai hitting these shots on Chewie is going to be vital in this comp. You know, hit scan, you have a lot more longer range pressure that's more consistent. Both teams readying up, and we are going to go back into the game. 37% on the board for University of Hartford, 0% on the board for Post University right now. Multi-kill comeback from spawn on the Junker Queen. Using the Mythic skin also. What a great skin for Junker Queen. Aerial Lotus marking this left side here with Daniel. Daniel getting shot kind of low, but is able to get back to his team and sustain. Cobra Kai has the overclock, hits one shot on Chewie. Chewie's forced low, uses the conk to try and escape. Post University has the rush. Both teams use the rush. The Only Age has his rush come out. He's able to force a lot of damage. Rocketbark running people over. Daniel finds the stick onto Post University, onto Vera. Chewie trades Aerial Lotus, who was close on the beat, but University of Hartford will win that fight, trading the rushes and the pulse bomb out. Last fight territory here for University of Hartford. The grav, the beat, and the overclock. If they can hit a good grav, an overclock will just kill everyone on that team. So I'm looking for Rock to hit a really good grab here on bridge when they're walking. Let's see if Rock goes for that. I can see it. I can see it in Rock's eyes. Hits the grab, finds 3 people from Post University. Cobra Kai just trying to clean up the kills. The beat comes out from Aerial Lotus, finds 4 people on the team. Chewie on the point, and that is 5 kills from University of Hartford. A very dominant first point performance.
I'm here.
Taking a look at the scoreboard right now. Cobra Kai 14-0 with 4.4k damage. An incredible start for Cobra Kai. Have to respect the Only Age though. 1.7k damage and 3,000 healing. If you haven't paid attention to the latest patch that came out, Blizzard nerfed a bit of the TP distance off Kiriko, going from 35 to 30 meters, but did buff the healing per second from 5 to 7. Sorry, not the healing per second, but the projectile speed. So Kiriko's healing per second has gone from about 70 to 80, a little over 80. So the Kitsune Rush can charge a lot faster now. So teams that can farm that Kitsune Rush a lot faster are end up going to win the fights a lot easier. Chewie over to the Bastion here. Let's get some Bastion POV in this game. Just trying to see what they do. Rockerbox swinging wide here. Cobra Kai on this side angle. I love this angle here. It allows to see wide and see what everyone's doing. The form comes out from Chewie. They're running over Rockerbox, and Rockerbox gets taken down. But Daniel's in the backline, sees King Jackson. He's 1 HP, trying to find any kill he can, but they're not able to. Aerial Lotus falls also, and University of Hartford are probably going to lose this first point here. Daniel just sitting, trying to escape. University of Hartford looking for the reset here. What they really need to do is they really need to play slow and live the turn from Post University. Post University have to find a kill off their Bastion turret and their push, but if University of Hartford can just simply kite that and force angles and win that fight, then they will have a good chance. But Rockerbach is 1 HP once again. Cobra Kai finds 2 though on the angle, trading their team up in the fight. Finds a 3rd kill. Cobra Kai is on fire. Finds a 4th. Can he get the ace? Cobra Kai cannot get the ace. The only H will take it away. But what a good play from Cobra Kai. Incredible job. Does get shot by the Bastion. Nade. Daniel on the ankle looking for any sort of pulse bomb opportunity. Finds the stick. Gets the kill. Good job from Daniel. Finds a big stagger on their team, denying any push from Post University. Post University using the shout, just trying to sustain while they're taking all this poke damage. Take a look at the distance the University of Hartford are playing at. They're playing so far away on point. Post University have to push really far to get any value. Rockerbach has 2 bubbles already forced. The Bastion comes out from Chewy. Will it find Cobra Kai? No. Double slide is in play. Cobra Kai's rail shot goes wide, but he does have the overclock. He pops the overclock here, trying to find any kills, but he misses 1 shot, misses another shot, misses a 3rd shot, misses a 4th. The Suzu comes out, ends up killing the Kiriko, and the rush comes out from the only H also, and Cobra Kai is able to clean up on the kills. What a fantabulous job from Cobra Kai. 50% on the board now for University of Hartford. Post University coming up on some ult here. Vero coming up. Actually has the Kitsune rush. Multi-kill coming up on the Rampage. If multi-kill can force the Suzu off of Post University, they can do something, but Cobra Kai is just going to say no to that and get a kill, get a second. Daniel finds the pulse bomb. Rockerbach has a very good grab, and they're just able to clean up on the kills here. A incredible performance from University of Hartford so far. They are playing this comp to perfection. Multi-kill over to the Ramatra and Morgan over to the Mei. Looking instead of playing the Zarya, you know, this Junker going into a worse matchup, especially with the Reaper. They're just trying to look for kills on Rockerbach here with the Mei wall and the Bastion turret. But Cobra Kai is on fire. Oh my god, can anyone stop this man? Maybe they can. Ariel Lewis has the beat. He goes for the beat, hits 3 team members. Cobra Kai isn't found, but they are able to push hard. Daniel finds 1. Daniel finds 2. Can he find 3? With this melee approach, Tracer can aggro so much into their team. Finds another kill. And University of Hartford are going to win map number 1. What a great job from University of Hartford. Post has... where's S on here? Now, with the new season coming out, there is a hero who was released, Sierra, who is, to my understanding, a tactical unit who's trying to join Overwatch or is already a part of Overwatch. But the part of lore that's really interesting about Sierra is that her mother was actually the first person that got the soldier serum from their team. King Jackson DCing once again. Not looking good for Post University. They might need to put a swap in for King Jackson. Sierra, because that hero was released on Tuesday, Sierra will be banned for the first 2 weeks of gameplay, which means that Sierra is actually banned for the remainder of the spring 2026 ECAC season. But I just want to point out, both teams have been doing an incredible job so far in this game. I'm liking a lot of what I see in this game right now. It's going really well for University of Hartford. Post, I think they've put up a good fight. I think they just need to, have better turns on their Bastion. They need to watch out for this Sojourn angle. Maybe even just run on the Sojourn, clear her out first, and then turn on their team. But, with this Bastion, with this Mei, with this Ramatra, you're very easily able to kill Zarya. So you just have to play for that kill. If you can't get the kill on that turn using your cooldowns, then you're most likely going to lose the fight. So Post University have to really find value on this. University of Hartford, from my time with them, I know that they've been working really well on the Zarya comp, that they have a lot of experience on it so far. They have other tricks in their back pocket right now that we might see come out today. So we'll see what happens. Post picks Kings Row and bans the Lucio. A good ban from Post University. Looking to just deny any speed value. Protecting their backline also. They might even pull out the Juno. Which would be a incredible pick from their team. So University of Hartford, for those who are not sure how hero bans work, Aerialist bans the Pharah, a good ban from their team, denying any aerial pressure. Jojo for King, DMD slot. Okay. Jojo for King. So for those who are not sure how hero bans work, essentially each team can ban every hero in the game once. But per match, so per map, you cannot ban a hero of the same role twice. So for example, Post University just banned Lucio. So the support line, the only support that can be banned that game is Lucio. University of Hartford then can ban either a DPS or a tank. They've chosen to ban the Pharah. You know, I think they were doing a good job versus the Pharah, but if they want to remove any aerial pressure whatsoever on this map, they can certainly get rid of that. The removal of the Lucio, though, means that it's going to be harder to mark high ground and more interesting overall for their team to figure out what they're doing. Aerial Lotus might hop over to the Mizuki, to the Brig, maybe even to the Wu Yang. You know, I know Aerial Lotus is very comfortable on all those heroes, so we'll see what happens. But we will see what happens indeed from this game. I have forgotten to update the score. For those who are just joining, welcome. It is 1-0 University of Hartford versus Post University right now. Let's see if Aerial Lotus is readying up. All right, and we are going in map 2 semifinals. University of Hartford on the defense here. Kings Row, a very popular map for people to play, but very easy. But First Point is actually very easy to take. A lot of teams don't really. Oh, excuse me. A lot of teams do not have a great understanding of how First Point is meant to be played. A lot of teams will just end up walking through main, trying to get any kills that they can. But what's unfortunate about that is if you go onto the point here, well, now you're surrounded by 3 different angles. There are people who can play up here, people who can play on this high ground, people who can play above point. There's the stair angle. So what's really good for their team is you need to understand that the people who, to control the point, you have to control the space around the point. So let's see how University of Hartford is going to do that today. They end up going on an interesting comp. University of Hartford over on the Junker Queen, the double hits again. Daniel over to the Ashe. Cobra Kai on his respective Sojourn. Aerial is over to the Wing, and the only H on Kiriko. Post University on the Ramatra May Widow Kiri Mizuki. Interesting to see how this is going to work. And let's see how University of Hartford's defense is going to go. Post University walking forward, trying to find any value they can. An early shield from Multikill, forcing Cobra Kai out of the hotel lane, but Cobra Kai is still holding this angle. Rock on the high ground, just trying to see where their team goes. Post University is walking hotel here. Cobra Kai needs to rotate and match this immediately. Cobra Kai has been marked out actually, has a good angle, throws a disruptor shot into point. Rockerbock walking forward, trying to find value in the Kiriko, but Aerial Lotus finds one. An incredible pick. Daniel finds another, but Chewy is able to trade out Daniel. The Widow sitting main, just trying to find any value, but University of Hartford will win this fight. The grapple comes out from Chewy. A good shot from Aerial Lotus, curving over the top. The only H on the Kiriko. Trying to wall climb up. Let's see if he can do it. He ends up getting it. Very good. Post University has to find this angle pressure to be able to walk forward. What they should do is they should walk to the stair lane to force that high ground, but they're not going to. Multikill trying to walk through hotel once again. A good axe swing from Rockerbock, but Rockerbock is brought very low. Has the sustain from the only H on the upper angle, but gets caught out by Chewy. Cobra Kai is 1 HP. Trying not to peek right now and to lose HP. Daniel and Cobra Kai still both sitting main, trying to find whatever value they can. Daniel just waiting for the wall to come down, throws the dynamite onto point, able to get some good burn damage, but I don't think is able to find the kills. University of Hartford might go for a retouch here, but they end up choosing not to. A good Suzu from the only H, but isn't able to help everyone as Daniel falls. Cobra Kai low HP, and Post University will win that fight. A good fight win from their team. The info sites come out from Chewy, just hoping to zone their team. You know, 15 seconds of people not being able to peek. And it should be worth noting that Ramatra did get a rework to his kit. There was a major perk that he had, which allowed him... Oh my god, Chewy is on a rampage. This Widowmaker on the off angle, just finding every shot. Finds a third. Oh my god, this guy is doing incredible work. What a great job from Chewy. Rockabrock ends up making the swap over to the Diva, attempting to mark Chewy a little more. I think it's a good swap. I think another swap that could be great on this team is if Daniel goes over to the Tracer. Daniel does have a great Tracer, but is a hit scan player at the end of the day, so we will see what happens. Chewy sitting in this main, just trying to find any shots he can. Cobra Kai sliding away, isn't going to get shot. Chewy falls to the low ground. The Bob comes out from Daniel, but gets walled off, and the Mizuki ult comes out. So it's an ult for an ult. A good ult from their team, and Bob ends up falling down. Rockabrock has the high ground position right now. Double support ult from University of Hartford, just looking to find whatever value they can. Rockabrock is in the backline right now. Daniel finds one, Cobra Kai finds another. The Blizzard is not eaten. Daniel is 1 HP on the angle, and Post University are still pushing point. University of Hartford have to touch this and stall it as long as they can. Cobra Kai is still main with Aerialos and the only H. Cobra Kai has the overclock, popping it right now. Rockabrock just trying to sit point and just try and get as much time living as possible. Cobra Kai swinging wide on the angle, trying to find Vero, but isn't able to get the pick. Daniel over to the Hanzo, trying to find whatever value he can. Rockabrock is able to sit on point. Aerialos finds the pick on Vero, which is great. No ice from Morden right now. Very easily able to be killed. Rockabrock ends up falling on the point, and University of Hartford are probably going to lose this point. They will end up losing it. Daniel on the Hanzo, trying to find any pop shots he can, but might not be able to. The sights come out once again from Chewy, trying to zone University of Hartford, but I think the sights is a little early. Post University have already won the fight. It's a very early sights from them. Probably zero value going to be found for this. And it looks like Chewy is actually going back to spawn to swap. I wonder what they're going to swap to. They end up swapping to the Genji. Interesting. So we have a double hit scan versus a double flex DPS comp going on right now. I wonder how this is going to work. The wall comes out from Morden, trying to find any value on a Rockabrock to zone him away. Daniel holding the high ground position, finds some headshots. Chewy forcing the high ground position. Rockabrock just trying to sit main and get any value, but it's just letting Post University push the point. And Post University, they're in one fight territory. Daniel goes for the bomb, is able to find any value. Yes, finds one, gets the remake on Vero. What a great play from Rockabrock. Ends up winning the fight, and University of Hartford, for an investment of one ultimate, they have to now hold this point for 3 minutes. A very hard point to hold. Rockabrock going for... Rockabrock ends up choosing the primary fire perk. You know, when you press reload on Diva, it tightens your spread and allows you to shoot further, which is very good in certain comps, but I think in this matchup, it's more better. It's generally better to pick the defense matrix perk on Diva, just allow more sustainability. Aerial Lotus on the Guiyang helps find a kill. Rockabrock goes into their team. The only H has the rush out, trying to keep Rockabrock alive. The Blizzard comes out. The only H just sitting with his team, just trying to keep his team alive. Rockabrock ends up falling. Cobra Kai has the overclock, but the Sanctuary from JoJo is able to sustain Post University, and Post University are going to just mostly be winning this fight, but the only H has found 2 picks, has found the backline. If University of Hartford can get onto the point and touch, then they might be able to win this fight, actually. Rockabrock isn't able to touch, and Post University are going to win, or sorry, not win, but Post University are going to be able to cap Map number 1.
0 to 3. Switching sides.
Overall, a really good defense and attack from both sides of this team. I think what has to happen, I think Post University's aggression is great. You know, they're playing how they should. They're just sitting, shooting the diva, forcing her out slowly. University of Hartford, you know, not having the Lucio, they can't aggro how they want. They need to find other solutions. I think the Wu Yang is fine, but I think instead of this double hit skin, we need to see a Tracer come out. We need to see some sort of angle pressure. Or even a Genji, a Reaper, whatever that might be. But if we can get any sort of angle pressure, that's going to help our team a lot. And University of Hartford deciding to play the Juno Brig variety of a backline. Still wanting to have some sort of speed, but the only H deciding to go over to the Juno instead. An interesting pick, certainly. We will see how this pick works out. Cobra Kai and Daniel on the double hit scan. We look at Post University's comp, you know, the same backline we saw before. Vero and Jojo both on the Kiriko and the Mizuki, respectively. Morden on the Mei. Chewy over to the Emray, a very good pick. Emray's very strong right now. And Multikill over to the tried and true Ramatra. Aerial Lotus swapping over to the Wu Yang, deciding that they want to play with more poke pressure. The only H ends up swapping Kiriko, so no speed over for University of Hartford, and they have to end up playing slow, trying to find whatever value they can. Daniel dropped very low, just trying to find any headshots he can. Isn't able to find one off the bat. Multikill is dropped to half HP. The threat of a Hanzo existing is enough to just cause people to back away from an objective. Cobra Kai sliding over to the stair angle, is trying to find whatever value. The wall comes out from Post University, but isn't able to find any value. University of Hartford just playing slow and just taking the space around the point. A very good job from them. Trying to play slow and find whatever value they can. Wrapping around, trying to clear the opposite high ground and essentially flip the map. But Aerial Lotus gets run on and ends up falling down. Daniel on the high ground position, trying to find whatever value he can, but isn't able to find everything. Chewy ends up flipping map essentially, and now it's as if University of Hartford is defending. Rockerbox swinging main, hoping to find whatever value he can. Finds a good axe swing, finds a knife. Daniel finds the headshot. Aerial Lotus is 1 HP though. In spawn, will anyone turn on Aerial Lotus? Doesn't look like it. Aerial Lotus is getting 3 damage off. Aerial Lotus finds 2 because simply nobody looks to turn on the Wu Yang. And University of Hartford will end up capping first point. Post University now has to go for a recontest, but if University of Hartford can hold this space, Post University are going to really struggle. These Mei walls have to be crucial. If you can wall off Rockerbrock, the chance of Rockerbrock falling, or at least good Suzu being forced, is great. Rockerbrock ends up sitting main, trying to live. The Dragons come out, a little love song played, as it is the Cupid Hanzo, able to find a pick on Moradin. The shield comes out from Multikill. And University of Hartford just trying to see whatever value they can get. Rockerbrock finds the axe swing, just trying to still find, again, whatever value. Misses the knife throw, the TP on the Kiriko Forest. And University of Hartford will win this fight. Daniel on the angle, just trying to find whatever value he can. The Suzu forced on the side of University of Hartford. And coming up on this next fight, an ultimate we really want to look for here is the Rampage. You know, the Mei wall is forced, but it actually finds no value. It's too far back. There's no zoning capabilities from that. Rockerbrock only sitting main. The rush comes out from Post University. University of Hartford matches the rush. The Rampage comes out. It's able to find Jojo. What a great Rampage. Ice block forced on the Mei. The Mei is 1 HP on the point. Can the Mei fall? Can the Mei fall? Is going to fall. Rockerbrock finds that kill. Daniel finds Vero. Chewy trades out Cobra Kai with the operation. Sorry, with the override protocol, and University of Hartford will win this fight eventually, so long as they can kill Chewy, with which they can. A great fight from University of Hartford. Unfortunately, they did invest 3 ults into that fight. Post University only entered 2 ults, so it is technically an ult fight win. Oh, sorry, no, 3. I didn't see the annihilation. I'm blind. The Blizzard coming out from Post University, trying to find Rockerbrock, but isn't able to. The overclock coming out from Cobra Kai, but the Sanctuary from Jojo is good, zoning the ult. Chewy on the angle, deflect force, dash force. Chewy has no cooldowns, but is able to find Rockerbrock. gets the trade. The Aerial Lotus is 1 HP, trying to find whatever value he can. University of Hartford is just low. They're down both DPS. I doubt they're going to win this fight. Multi-kill finds another. Aerial Lotus trades out JoJo. But Rockerbrock is very alone on point, but has the Rampage. Rockerbrock might go for it. Finds the Axe Swain, able to hit 2. Finds the kill. The Suzu forced. That's Suzu. You can Rampage this. Will Rockerbrock recognize that? I don't think Rockerbrock will. I think Rockerbrock is trying to just not use the Rampage. An interesting play, and University of Hartford are end up going to be able to most likely win this fight just due to sheer dedication and patience from Rockerbrock, and also good mechanics. Cobra Kai finds Moradin. Multi-kill is in, but is low on health. Daniel over to the Tracer, just trying to find whatever value they can. University of Hartford will win that point. 3 minutes and 30 seconds on the clock. An incredible time bank for them to cap third. So unless they can cap third with more than 1:42 on the clock, they will have the advantage going into the third round. Rockerbrock still has the Rampage here. And as soon as they can force the Suzu, this is a go button for Rockerbrock. You know, he needs to see that Suzu force to be able to realize that he can go, you know? Just looking to have cooldowns forced on that. And that's a ramp. That's the Suzu. 3 hit by the ult. Chewy falls. JoJo ends up falling also. Multiple 1 HP on point. And University of Hartford will win that fight using only the Rampage and the Kitsune Rush. A great combination. One applies so much pressure that the Suzu is bound to be forced, and the other just cleans up the kills. Pulse online for Daniel here. Might be looking for a stick. Finds the kill. Not through a stick, but just through sheer luck. And University of Hartford caps third with 2 minutes and 35 seconds on the clock. A great cap from them.
Score 3-3.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm out of breath because I finished my drink and we're still in map. So my mouth is very dry right now. But what a great play from University of Hartford. Being able to cap that third point. The Tracer swap, especially from Daniel, was pivotal in this moment. Having that Tracer able to apply pressure from different sides is very pivotal. And Post University opting to swap to a unusual comp we haven't seen from them before. They're keeping the Mei, the Kiriko, and the Mizuki. I think is fine. But they end up swapping Zarya Vendetta, a very good comp. University of Hartford over to one of its staples, a Zarya Reaper. So we are getting a Zarya Kiriko mirror. But the double flex from Post University means that they can have faster fights and they will have more power spikes. Sorry, better power spikes over time with their hits. But if University of Hartford can live any hits from Post University, they can clean up the kills really easily with the Zarya charge, with the Sojourn Rail, with general damage from the Wu Yang. Let's see how University of Hartford does. Daniel's sitting in the backline, just trying to find whatever kills he can. Asks for the bubble, most likely. Trying to find JoJo. Ends up getting a kill. Sorry, not getting a kill, but does force the bubble off multi-kill. TPing to the high ground, just trying to find whatever value. Cobra Kai sitting main. Chewy goes in with the bubble, just decides to stay in. But Chewy is 1 HP in the team. 4 people looking at them, able to get the kill. Rockerbrock is 1 HP though, and will end up falling. Cobra Kai able to clean up multi-kill though, and Moradin cleaned up by Aerial Lotus. Chewy decides to forego the Vendetta and decides to swap over to the Bastion. So now, instead of having these Vendetta hits from afar, you know, now we're looking for these Maywall Bastion turns to be able to get any damage and any kills off the enemy team. We'll see what ends up being able to happen here. Rockerbrock is back now. Daniel in the backline is able to find a kill. Rockerbrock finds a second. Daniel able to just get damage in the backline. And University of Hartford have very good fights so far. Coming up on last fight territory. If University of Hartford can stall this fight for a while and end up going for a kill in the last few seconds, Daniel has this Death Blossom here. If he can build it, could be a good fight from their team. Post University looks like you're trying to scout the Reaper, but isn't finding it. The bubble comes out on Chewy trying to find whatever value. Daniel has the Death Blossom, uses the Wraith just to get out and live for another seconds. 5 seconds on the clock. Goes for the Blossom with the bubble. Finds one pick on Chewy. Moradin has no May cryo anymore. And University of Hartford will end up cleaning up this fight. Incredible. That is a full hold. Post University have to get a full hold here to tie the map. They cannot win, but the best they can do is draw. And a draw is better than a loss. A great job from University of Hartford. They've known how to play these comps very well over this period of time and have honed it really well. A great job from them. They've done so well this season. They went undefeated in regular stage, only dropping a singular map. They've only dropped 2 maps overall in their entire season so far. 1 in their latest game and 1 in the regular season. So only dropping 2 maps out of however many is very rare, and a great job from them. You know, they almost had the golden stage, but weren't able to get it out. Post University, though, if they can play to how their team wants to play smart, you know, play this aggro how they want to, find these turns with the Maywall, with the Bastion turret, and get the kill. It might even be easier. You know, they banned the Lucio. The Juno is free. The LH does go over to the Juno, probably most likely for a speed out of spawn to let their team get there faster. Jojo on the Mizuki might just be a comfort pick. Post University have to get value in this. Cobra Kai on the Widowmaker, trying to find any pop shots he can. Nobody peeks. Multi-kill peeks at the last second, but isn't able to find anything. And University of Hartford, we have the perks. We have the value. Rockabrock and Daniel both 1 HP off the bat. Suzu and Wave forced from University of Hartford. The turret already forced from Chewy. An incredible force on their part. Chewy ends up taking the self-heal perk, just trying to live better into their team, most likely. Cobra Kai on the angle, trying to find whatever value he can. Chewy does find Aerial Lotus with the nade. Rockabrock is 1 HP, but Cobra Kai is in their backline with the only H. You know, they're living on this angle. They can just sit in the backline. No, they can't. Chewy has found another kill. Morden finds Daniel, and the only H is looking to die on the point. Wasn't able to get the stagger in time. The only H is able to get the group respawn with the rest of University of Hartford. If University of Hartford can play slow and just get this charge value, you know, get the charge, wait out the Bastion turret, push back in, this can be great from their team. Decides to walk high ground here. Probably going to go through the window just to avoid walking main. They might walk stair angle here. Yes, it appears they're going to walk stairs. Sending their entire team this direction away from Aerial Lotus. Doesn't find any value. Very early from their part. Just trying to find whatever value they can. Any damage can go a long way. Everyone just trying to wrap to the opposite high ground. You know, just trying flipping map if they can. Daniel gets the bubble. Trying to find whatever value. The shield from multi-kill is forced. But I do believe multi-kill has, yes, multi-kill has the shield perk. So it's a bigger shield and it lasts longer. But it can't protect Moradin. Cobra Kai finds a second. Cobra Kai is on fire. Finds a third on the angle. Multi-kill trades out the only H. The Annihilation comes out, but Daniel finds the kill. And University of Hartford will go up 2-0 in this series. A very close game overall. However, University of Hartford did have the upper hand in this series, it seems like. Post. And it looks like Post University is going to take a 5-minute bio. I'm going to go refill my drink quickly, so I'll be back in a minute. Oh, and I'm back, ladies and gentlemen. Now, before we go any further, I do want to give a shout out to Post University and University of Hartford. I think that both these teams have done really well so far this season. Both these teams have done such a great job. You know, Seed 1 and Seed 4, they've gone such a way to get whatever value they can. And I am super happy, not just in University of Hartford, but also in Post University. You know, Post University and University of Hartford played in a show match last semester at the University of New Haven LAN event that they hosted called the Stable Showdown. It was a great LAN event run by that team, by that campus, and I believe everyone had fun. Both teams had a blast, and it's just a great thing to fight against another team in the state. You know, this is a local show match, actually. These universities are pretty close to each other, probably within an hour, if I had to guess. And I will say at this point in time that there will be an interview at the end of this game with one of the players from University of Hartford, regardless of win or a loss. So if anyone wants to get in interview questions now, put them in the chat, and I'll be sure to ask them to our team. And if anyone has any general questions about Overwatch and how it works, you know, feel free to put it in the chat. I'm more than happy to answer any questions during these breaks. You know, we have 3 minutes until people are going to be back from their 5-minute bio. We'll see what happens. All right. 1 minute left. Post University down 2-0 in the series can really turn it around. There are some really pivotal bands that they could go for in this series, but I think they just need to also play for their playstyle. You know, if they want to play this double flex comp, a Lucio or a Juno would be so vital for this. You know, allowing their team to just have faster turns because they're opting to play the Mizuki or something else. You know, they're not able to have these high intensity turns as often. Or even if they want to play the Lucio, you know, if they play this Bastion, this Mei, this Ramatra, they can, if they can hit a fast rotation, hit the wall on where University of Hartford isn't expecting it, and get the kill, it would be really powerful for their team. Looks like King Jackson is back in. ends up coming back to the lobby. A great thing to see. Welcome back. If I was post-university in this scenario, I think the best game that I could go for, if I want to play this double flex comp, I probably want to go for a flashpoint. Specifically, I'm thinking New Junk City. It's a map with a lot of inside points that you can really find good Mei walls on and good Bastion turns. So a good ban from this team would be able to allow them to really get good value. But we'll see what they end up doing. They end up picking New Junk City. I am so smart. I predicted it. I am so smart. Ooh. They called me a prophet. Lisan al-Gaib. The savior of Overwatch himself. And they're going to end up banning the Sojourn. A good ban from their team. Cobra Kai, known for his Sojourn, not able to have it, will most likely end up on the Cassidy in this comp, or even the Ashe, you know? Unsure of what we'll see, but we will see something. University of Harvard have the ban pick now. They can ban a support or a tank now. If I were to guess, I would say that they're probably going to ban out the Ramatra or the Zarya. You know? I would probably see them ban out the Ramatra before the Zarya. I think they've played really well into the Zarya. And I think Ramatra, if post-university want to play this, can do really well. But then again, having these fast turns, the Zarya bubbles are very powerful. They're going to end up banning the Ramatra. A good ban. I predicted that ban also. R for Ramatra. Just check. Ram 0 Soj. Perfect. And we will see both teams going into the semifinal match. Once again, very thankful for everyone in the game today. The score is 2-0. Blackout. Welcome to the chat. Happy to see you here. Yes, University of Harvard is up 2-0 in the series versus Post University. This is the semifinal game. So if University of Harvard win today's game, they will advance to the finals for a chance to win the title. Could be incredible for them. We will see what ends up happening. University of Harvard has said R. When is True Blade 16 playing? Unfortunately, I am not a player for this team listed. I am listed as a coach. I cannot actually play for this team. I am unable to. Production is R. I'll see if Post University is ready. Yes, and if you're in chat right now, if you want to leave any interview questions for the players after the game, feel free to leave them in the chat, and I'll dig through them and ask questions. And we are going in map 3, game match for University of Hartford Overwatch. Play New Junk City right now. University of Hartford most likely going to opt in to go for the Junker Queen, the Cass, Tracer, Lucio Kiriko comp. Post University If they're not Ramatra, we're probably going to see Zarya, Mei, probably the Bastion, then maybe a Lucio Kiriko from their team again. We'll see what ends up happening. If I get both these right, I'm insanely smart. Just saying. Close, but no cigar. University of Hartford opting to go for the Zarya Reaper comp. A very aggressive style of play from their team. Hoping to get these really fast turns with the Zarya bubble and the Reaper. Post University still opting to go for this double flex comp, the Tracer and the Mei. They don't have this longer range pressure, but they do have really good angle control and really high power spikes. So we'll see how this ends up going. As we head into the game 3, University of Hartford, everything's on the line. University of Hartford optimizing speed, love to see that. And we are going into map 3. Daniel finding the early space here, just trying to zone Post University from doing anything. Morden on the Mei, shooting some icicles just in the distance, trying to find whatever value. Looking for the bubble turn. Multi-kill. As he actually, Morden finds the headshot, and Daniel is just dead. Cobra Kai on the angle, trying to find damage just on this off angle. But University of Hartford might just give the point. They are down 1 player right now, so we'll end up seeing what happens in this fight. Daniel is back on the Reaper. Rockabrock has some charge, has the bubble, goes for the bubble. The Reaper just finding value. The Suzu is forced. Dire triggers off cooldown. Cobra Kai on the angle is trying to find whatever damage. Multi-kill is 1 HP. Cobra Kai just going in the backline, trying to find the shots. It finds the shots. Daniel finds the kill with Cobra Kai, but Aerialos ends up falling. The Suzu is forced once again by Daniel, just finding the kills. The Tracer's 1 HP on point, gets the kill. Daniel ends up falling. Cobra Kai cleans up 1. Is he able to find multi-kill? He might be able to. He ends up finding that kill. And Moradin falls on the point. University of Hartford will turn this point eventually. A great fight from them. Coming up here, University of Hartford have the high noon here. If they can play for a fast high noon play, give Cobra Kai the bubble, give Cobra Kai the Suzu, give Cobra Kai the amp speed. Whatever cooldowns they can enable this high noon. Or even just use it as a zoning ult. Wait for their team to come in and get value. Tracer on the angle on Chewy, just trying to find whatever value, but the only H is choosing to force this. Cobra Kai on the Cassie, trying to find value, gets the kill on 1 person, onto multi-kill, trying to find the kill onto Morden. Chewy finds the pulse on Aerial Lotus, a good stick. Only H still has the rush here. And Rockabrock did also use the Graviton here. So they won't have that for this next fight, but it is last fight territory here. Post University might be able to touch, Chewy is able to on the Tracer, but the question is, will they go for it? Do they think that they can do it? The shout ends up coming out from multi-kill, is forced back slightly. The Blizzard coming out from Post University, and University of Hartford just playing these long angles just around the point, trying to find whatever value. The rush might come out from the only H on this high ground. Daniel is very low, just in there. Goes for the Death Blossom. He does get hit down. The beat comes out from Aerial Lotus, denying this rampage value. Cobra Kai finds Vero on that kill. I can't press F2 for the life of me. And University of Hartford will win sub-map 1, point 1 on New Junk City. Daniel goes over to the Tracer. I think this is a very good swap. Able to mark this Tracer a lot more. And Daniel also has a very good Tracer. Is a hit scan player at the end of the day. But a Tracer in the pocket that's able to come out is incredible to see. The only H has this rush here, is ahead on the rush, can just go for it this fight, but JoJo does have the Sanctuary, can zone any damage from Daniel, Cobra Kai, Aerialos, and the only H. The only H does end up going for the rush here. Sanctuary doesn't come out just yet. It might not even come out. The Suzu and TP force from the only H. Just getting run on. Rockabrock does have high charge here. Has very high charge. The Kiriko ends up falling. Vero dies. Rockabrock will fall also. The shout comes out from multi-kill, just trying to sustain their team. The stick comes out from Chewy. Finds the kill, but Daniel finds 1. And it's just Daniel and the only H there. The only H isn't able to TP back their team, and Post University will win that fight just through sheer dedication and commitment. University of Hartford. The grab and the high noon online will likely see a combo, but JoJo does have this high noon. Might just go for the high noon, or might just go for the sanctuary to zone the high noon out. We will have to see what happens. Multi-kill is half HP already. Rock has to find this charge, though. Can't really push without the charge. Goes to the high noon. Cobra Kai on the off angle, but the wall comes out and the high noon, but the pulse comes out. Isn't able to get all the kills, but Daniel is able to trade out Chewy, but Morden finds the headshot right back. Cobra Kai on the angle, trying to find whatever kills he can. Hits the flashbang on Morden, gets that kill. Just trying to find whatever value. Does have the piercing shot now. The silver bullet. Does end up falling. The Suzu comes out late from the only H, but they are able to get the value. Recall forced onto Chewy. Chewy just trying to stall point percentage however long they can, but will get staggered in the end. Won't get a respawn with their team. University of Hartford ends up flipping the point. This next fight here, Daniel goes in with the bubble timing, able to get charged for Rock. Rock has no Suzu, has no ultimate right now. The Suzu does hit properly. Cobra Kai over to the M-Ray, an interesting choice. The bubble comes out from Rock onto the Tracer, is able to find the value, but Rock and the only H will fall. Daniel is alive in the backline. Morton is 1 HP, will get traded out. But can University of Hartford find any kills? Yes, Cobra Kai finds one with the nade. Daniel has the Suzu. Or sorry, the recall will end up using it. Cobra Kai is very low, but has the passive health regen. And this is interesting. Cobra Kai is not an Emerald player from my experience, but finds the kill on Chewy, because at the end of the day, a hit scan player is a hit scan player. And if they can pick up a gun and shoot it, then they will get value. University of Hartford 2-0 on this point right now. Daniel going in, trying to find whatever value he can. JoJo is dead. Vera is 1 HP. The shout forced from Multi-kill. Rock in, just trying to find value. Doesn't have any bubbles, though. And they are in the spawn of Post University. How are they going to find this value? Rock is knifed right now. Might get pulled back to the enemy team. Doesn't end up getting pulled back. Maybe I just heard that wrong. Does get pulled back now after another knife hits. Daniel is down after Chewy finds the melee. A great pick. Rock has the grab here. No ultimates from Post University that can deny the grab. The only H does have the rush also. Suzu is forced. Rock might be looking for this grab here. Cobra Kai has the override protocol. Looks to find any value. Finds good damage on the enemy team. Vera 1 HP will end up falling. Same with JoJo. Can Cobra Kai find the kill? Cobra Kai finds the other. And Cobra Kai is just doing such a good job this game. What a great job from Cobra Kai. 33% on the board now. You know, if this fight goes long, this could even be last fight territory, but there's probably 2 fights left on this point overall. Rock just trying to get whatever charge he can. Aerial Lotus has the beat here. Daniel on the angle trying to find value, but does get hit by an icicle. Has to de-peek for a second. Looking in to get any value. Grenades thrown are get great value. Vero is dead. 64% of the board. Chewy finds the pulse onto Aerial Lotus. No Ajax, thankfully. Morden finds the kill on Rock, though. And University of Hartford, they will most likely lose this game. Daniel on the Tracer duel on the angle. Can he get the kill? Maybe not. But Chewy is 1 HP. Ends up getting the kill. Morden finds the only H. And right now, it's Cobra Kai and Daniel on the point. Morden is 1 HP again. Morden is down. Daniel is just on a rampage right now. So Rampage comes out, but the beat from Aerial Lotus is better, countering any Rampage value from that team. The beat just to deny any value. University of Hartford gets the map flip. Vero's 1 HP, has the continuous rush on point. Rock ends up falling. Cobra Kai is on this angle, just trying to find whatever damage, shooting JoJo at the moment. Multi-kill finds Aerial Lotus, and it is just a death match right now on this point. University of Hartford, they don't have to invest any ults. They have 99%. Post University have to invest whatever they can. They can't afford to lose any more fights on this sub point. University of Hartford have to back now. Daniel is still in there, trying to escape. Will get chased by the Tracer, but does have the support from his team to be able to live. Chewy almost getting hit by that grenade, but will end up living. Pulse online from Daniel. Goes for the pulse. No stick hit. Hold that, please. Cobra Kai over on the M-Ray. On this angle, just getting good damage in. Goes to the override protocol. A great override, but the Sanctuary from JoJo does get a kill. Cobra Kai goes in too far and ends up getting picked for it, but they do trade DPS. The only H has the rush out, but the Blizz is out from post-University. JoJo's 1 HP, gets caught out by the only H. And University of Hartford, they're up in this fight. The grab out from Rockerbuck, it is massive! And it's looking like University of Hartford, that is it. No chance. University of Hartford will go to finals in a 3-0 victory. What a match that was. Incredible. Great gameplay all around, and Cobra Kai even being the MVP of this game. We will check out this play of the game. And this was just great gameplay from Cobra Kai. You know, Cobra Kai doesn't really play the Emery and scrims, but a gun is a gun, and Cobra Kai knows how to press down on that mouse. A great game overall. Congratulations to University of Hartford. They will end up going to the finals next Thursday. A great job. And now it is time for our post-match game. And now it is time for our post-match interview. And I think there's only one man I can go to. And it's gonna go to Cobra Kai if we can. A great job from Cobra Kai. I'm going to do this. Okay. And now I do this. Do that. Yo, what is up, Cobra Kai?
Finals, baby!
Finals! Yes, that is right.
Oh my god. The vibes are up here. We are all hyped.
I'm glad that you're all hyped. Why can I not see the pop out? Give me 1 second. Okay. 1 second. Try to make stuff work. Display capture. We're just gonna do this. Nope. It's this one. Capture cursor. Yep. I will end up turning my camera on. No, I can't. There's one on the Dome PC. Use that. Yeah, get that. Let the people see your face. It's on the Dome PC. There we go. Now people can see my face, which is nice. I am gonna boost my wait. Hold on. I'm boosting my camera a bit, putting this on. Now I do this. There we go. This is good. And let me know when you are back. You're having troubles with the camera? It's just a USB. It's wrapped? Oh my god. Wait, okay. Here's what you should do. Just have someone else in the Dome join VC in this channel on their phone and put their camera on you. Yes. The people need a camera. The people need a camera. Yes. Yes. Hey. We're not gonna say anything bad. You know, this is I heard something, but you know. Regardless. But Cobra Kai, I just want to say what an incredible game today. That was truly miraculous to watch and to see. The people can't hear you. I just realized this. The people can't hear you. Let me do that. All right, talk now.
Yo, hello.
All right, there we go. All right, you're on desktop audio. It's perfect. They can hear you.
Yeah.
All right. Well, congratulations, Cobra Kai. You are also today's MVP. How do you feel?
Yeah, I feel good. That, you know, it was a great win for all of us.
Oh, there we go. There's Cobra Kai. He's on screen.
Dude. Yeah, what
Hi.
up?
Hi. He's wearing his
Hi.
jersey and everything. What a guy.
Oh, dude, yeah, no, I gotta go
Yeah.
all out, bro. It's semifinals.
Yes, absolutely. So, talk to me about your game plan for today's game. What were you
Mm,
feeling in these moments? Let's start with first map. Map 1, Lijiang
mm,
Tower. You guys being the higher seed, you have the map pick and the first
mm.
ban. What led you to doing the Juno ban and choosing Lijiang Tower?
Yeah, so we're really strong with the Lucio, so we wanted to do a protect ban on that, and that's honestly the main reason, because like Matt or Ariel Lotus, he's awesome. He's awesome on Lucio. We need him on our Lucio, so we went for the protect ban on that, so we banned
Yeah,
any other mobility character.
yeah, I totally agree with that. Did you have any nerves going into this game? Oftentimes, as semifinal, leading up to finals, a lot of
Oh,
nerves can come in. I know I'm personally sweating, totally not from my room being 85 degrees right now.
oh, we
But
love Park River.
did you have any nerves going into this game?
Um, well, I definitely like just hearing semifinals that got me nervous. I'll admit, but honestly, like with our team, I felt good. I felt good once we started playing. After like the first map of Lee Shang, I was like, okay, we got this, guys. Let's just get the win.
Yeah, absolutely. Talk to me about map 2. King's Row. You end up actually the enemy team was able to full cap third point on their first attack. What changes did you make to your team comp to overcome what they were doing, and how did you adapt to their playstyle?
So they were on that Ram May. They were just much more brawly than us. We started with a JQ, Soj, and I think it was Hanzo, but we just just wasn't working. They were brawling. They would go on us, and we couldn't really do anything. So we decided to swap to the Zar Reaper, which that's honestly one of our strongest comps of the seasons. So, and once we swapped to that, we just started steamrolling, and then that's how we kept going and going, and won the Kings Row.
Yeah, absolutely. I completely understand. Um, Now, map 3, the Sojourn band comes out. You have to pull out another hero. We see you on the Cassidy. Then we see you go Emre, a hero who I know as a fact you have only played twice in scrims. What made you swap off the Cassidy and go to the Emre? What was that thought process going in there?
Um, So honestly, I just felt like I wasn't doing the best on cast, and also I know Danny, he's a great cast, so I made out the comment saying like, hey, if you want to swap cast, I'm gonna swap somebody else. And I know I don't really play Emre, but I just wanted to test out my comfort zone because I know that Emre is like pretty much meta right now, so I wanted to
Yes.
try out Emre, and it
Yeah.
worked out.
Emre is the greatest hit skin right now, and if you watch the VOD back, you will hear me saying that, Cobra Kai being a hit skin player, if a character's got a gun, he can probably shoot it.
Yeah,
So I want to congratulate you on today's game. We have some chat
thank you.
questions now, actually.
Oh, really?
Nift FES has a question for the only H. Can you hand the
Oh,
headset to the
only
only
H.
H?
He's in a he's in a comp game.
He's in a.
Yo, wait, yo, you're getting a question from chat. Yeah, bro. Why you on Junkrat? Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know what we're doing, chat. I don't know what we're doing.
Yo, they chat's got a question for you. That you play for me? Oh, wait,
Oh, we're getting a swap. We're getting a swap going in here. The only
Yo.
H. How's it going? The only H.
It's going amazing. I feel great.
That's
I'm
good.
representing.
That's good. We have a chat question right now for you. Nift FES is asking, what were to happen if there were to be another H? Could two H's exist at one time?
Technically, they will become H1. This comp,
H1? So
there would be H1 and then the only H.
there's
It would
the
just
so
clone themselves.
just so I understand, there's the only H and then the H1. Interesting.
They would clone
Interesting.
themselves.
They would clone
In
themselves.
progression.
Is it like Mickey 17 where there's just like a bunch of H's, H1, H2, H3, etc.?
Yes.
But there's only one H. The only H.
It can only be the original.
Yes, the
only
original.
H. Mm.
Yeah. I want to congratulate you on your game win today. I know Cobra Kai just swapped over. If you want to swap back with Cobra Kai, I have some more questions for him.
If he can die.
Actually, if you want to hand the microphone over to Ariel Lotus, I have a question for Ariel Lotus. Is
Oh, Matt.
Matt also
You're being called.
is Matt also in a game right now?
No, Matt's called. Matt's being swapped.
Matt's being swapped. Let's get a swap going here. Let's get a
He's in
rotation.
comp.
He's in comp. Go play for Matt.
That's
Oh,
the phone. You have to hop on here.
Yo.
Oh,
Get on here. Get on here.
Oh wait, what do you mean? Hi, what's up?
hello, hello, Ariel Lotus. How are you today?
You can swap.
I'm doing good.
Ready.
You?
That's good. I'm good. I'm doing good. Thank you for asking. Congratulations on your win today. Going to finals is great. We have a question from chat for you, actually. Simagos is
Okay.
asking, does Matt have a thing for pulse bombs or something?
Oh my god. All right. In
Lock
general,
in.
especially with me on that map, I don't know what was happening to me on that map.
Yeah, totally.
I was just not in it, but in general, I felt like I still did okay when it was needed.
Yeah, I completely get it. I think overall your gameplay today was really good. I saw a lot of good stuff I liked. If we can get Cobra Kai back in, that would be
Yo,
great.
I'm back.
Can we get the camera back?
Oh, the camera. Yeah. Wait. Are you? Yeah, I'll
Close
join
my
it.
phone.
Yeah, your phone's still on.
Yeah. Just join back on your phone. Put the camera on. There we go. Well,
All right.
congratulations, Cobra Kai, on a great win.
Thank
I have
you.
some more questions for you, but first of all, do you want to dedicate this win to anyone today? Anyone in particular who you want to thank for being
Yo.
here in this position?
Yes. Nah. Dude, shout out to my mom, my dad. I saw them. They sent me a message saying good luck. And shout out to my brother, and my niece and my sister-in-law, because they had it on the big TV. They also sent me a
Oh,
photo.
that's great. Well, shout out to Cobra Kai's family if you're still watching.
Brock, Alyssa, Soph, Melissa, Paul.
Oh,
Hell yeah.
name dropping. Interesting. Well, yeah. I think today's game was a great game. You are today's MVP. Congratulations, which means you are getting 2 gold stars in that channel.
Yeah.
Yes.
2 gold stars.
Yes. Some questions going into your next game. You're going into finals. This is the second time in University of Hartford history that they've made a finals. The last finals made was my sophomore year, I believe, second semester. We went to finals and we went 3-2 in the series, losing on the last map. How are you going to prepare for this finals match? You have 1 week to prepare. What's the process going to look like?
Honestly, it's just gonna be like, just when we go into scrims, we just gotta lock in. We gotta try different comps, because obviously when we're down Lucio, we seem to not know what to do as much. So we definitely gotta work on new comps. And honestly, just like if we keep doing what we're doing, and we just lock in, like we can win it.
Yeah. Absolutely, I completely agree. Now, this finals game, if you guys win, you would be the first ever University of Hartford Overwatch team to win a finals. This would be incredible for you.
Yeah.
A question is coming in from chat now. A new chat question just emerges. If anyone else in chat has any questions, now's the time for them. Sandy Law 1 is asking, do you have any pre-game superstitions?
Honestly, not. I think I just always aim to be an hour before. I cue some quick play, then I go to aim training, Vexta,
Yeah.
and that's pretty much it. I always save my food for afterwards. Gotta Grubhub some stuff, maybe get some
Okay.
chicken quesadillas.
Yeah,
So,
yeah, totally. Well, congratulations on your win today. It's
Thank
been a
you.
great game.
Yeah, it was honestly a
Now,
great game
the
for us.
final question of today. What comes next?
I knew it. You know what comes next? We win the finals. That's what's coming next. We lock in. We win the finals.
Locking in already? Locking it in? $1,000. $1,000 on UHart Overwatch. 1,000. 2,000, 5,000, 10,000. All in on UHart Overwatch to win the finals.
Oh,
Well,
yeah.
best of luck, Cobra Kai. I know you're going to do great.
Thank you.
For those watching at home today, University of Hartford will be playing at a LAN event at Sacred Heart University on Saturday. Games will start at 10:45 a.m., in which you can watch University of Hartford play their games, which they're going to do a great job at this LAN event. I know they're going to have a lot of fun. I will be casting at that LAN event, so you get to listen to more of my incredible casting. And I think that's going to do it for today's questions. I want to thank you again for coming for this interview. I want to once again congratulate you and the rest of your team on a great win. Everyone in chat was doing great today. We had a lot of interaction today. Simagos is doing great. Blackout in chat. Sandy Law. Crypto Brock saying let's go, bro.
Hey.
We got Nift FVS in chat. We had Fatal Bear 500, Zerip2. We had a lot of people in chat today hyping up our team, and I think that's really good. And I think if we can keep this energy going to finals, it's going to be great. So I want to congratulate you once again. And without further ado, bye stream.
Bye stream.
Bye stream. Have everyone in there say bye stream. Have everyone get on camera and say bye stream.
Oh, yo, guys, say bye. Okay, say bye stream. Say bye stream. Bye.
Bye stream. Is everyone say bye stream? I only saw Matt say bye stream.
No, Matt was the first one. Matt was the first one that said bye stream.
All right.
Trust.
Bye stream.
All right. Bye stream.